will be a challenge for us having on Xbox, but we managed to do that. We've got a special exclusive GamesCom trailer for you, especially for the Xbox 360 release. So how do we do that? How do we get a really big, complex game like The Witcher 2 with its a linear story and this vibrant, really great world into the Xbox 360? Well, first of all, we're working on it internally and it's a whole studio support to bring The Witcher 2 to Xbox. And of course, we need to do all the basic stuff. I mean, we had controller support for the PC version, but we refined some controls, the camera movement targeting system. So right now, when you're going to be playing Witcher 2 on your couch with an Xbox 360 controller, it's going to feel like it's a natural-born console game. Content-wise, I mean, the add-ons and updates, it's going to have all the stuff from the PC version 2.0. And actually some also additional stuff that we're going to announce later on. But the most important thing for us is to capture the whole experience of the PC version, not making it just a port. And for The Witcher, the really important stuff is the story, the complex, mature story. And I'm talking mature in terms of not in terms of just bloodshed, vulgar language, and nudity. I'm talking about emotionally draining choices and the big complexity of the story and the nonlinearity. So of course, we're not cutting any corners here. It's going to be the same experience, content-wise, as the PC version. The second thing is the big living world. It supports actually the mature storyline because we want people to care even more. And when there's characters around you in the communities, they have their day-night cycles. You feel like the world is living and breathing around you. You care a lot more about what you do with, I don't know, like the future, sometimes even of entire nations. And we have, of course, characters waking up in the morning, getting to work. Later in the evening, you can meet them at the tavern. At night, they sleep. And they're not just some props in the background. And it's going to be just the same on the Xbox 360. And of course, the biggest challenge probably for the Red Engine, because it's not only our first Witcher game for the console, it's not only our first studio game for the console, but it's like the ultimate challenge for our own build Red Engine. We've always said it's capable of doing all that stuff on consoles, and now we have to prove it. And we've already set a bar for ourselves with the Witcher 2 PC release, so now we have to deliver the same for the Xbox 360. And you'll see all these lush environments and everything really shining on Xbox 360. And we believe that once we capture all of that, especially on Xbox 360, we're going to be having the most complex and unique RPGs on consoles. And we have guys up here with a hooked up Xbox 360. They're going to play a little bit of Witcher 2 for you. It's going to be a part of chapter 1, like a mid-section of chapter 1. We wanted to show you a bigger location than we did in E3. So we're showing the forest around Flotsam. There's a quest when Geralt goes to the forest to meet Jorvik, the Elven Bandit. And we will have, it's a story-tense fragment of the game, like mid-fragment, and there's going to be a lot of dialogues, but also combat and, area exploring, especially for you to see how the Xbox handles the game.
This is it. I was due to meet them here.
I know. They're aiming arrows at us.
What? Geralt, I know full well you're always vigilant, but quit poking fun at me.
Give them the password.
What them?
Hurry up, they're edgy.
Here, kick out!
Stop bawling. What do you want?
Countersign.
Heidegger. I asked you a question.
Take us to Jorvik.
Why?
If we wanted to speak with you, we wouldn't ask for your leader.
Jorvik won't talk with you.
You don't know that.
Leave while you're still able.
The two of you won't scare us off.
There are 4 more in that tree.
How do you know?
I can hear them breathing. One's sick, we're on Fisthead.
How?
He's wheezing.
What? You elfin cock's gone soft?
We just want to talk to Jorvik.
Wait in the clearing. The dwarf knows where. We'll let Jorvik know.
Make sure you do. Come on, get out.
Okay, so first I'll just short disclaimer. I'll mention about it that that's not still the final version of the game, of course, so we might see some minor glitches or things that will still be tweaked in the final version. But as you see, we're in this ancient forest, and we managed to squeeze all of those huge trees and this huge density of different plants into the Xbox, and it's also running smooth. So all of the content that was created for PC is also present right here. We've also implemented most of the post processes, so you can see screen space anti-occlusion, depth of field, all those beautiful light rays, light shafts, and flares coming throughout the leaves up there. And we're still tweaking the visual side of the game, but we already think it looks really visually stunning. Okay, let's go. Some random monsters. They shouldn't be a big problem, of course. We're using our basic Witcher magic, magical signs. It's pretty effective against them.
Been there once.
What are you talking about?
That clearing is a monster's lair. Huge horse under with a shell on its back.
An Ericus in these parts? I thought that was impossible.
I don't know the shit's name, but it's terrifying. It sent us into a trap.
Tough. Let's go.
Okay, this is just a part of this huge location. This forest is pretty gigantic, but of course we chose a small part of it because we want to stress how complex and mature the story in The Witcher 2 is. Players, of course, while playing the final version, will be able to explore all of those interesting places, find many different interesting items. For example, if you played the PC version, you probably know that back there, behind this boat, there's I think you can even see walls somewhere there. There's this town of Flotsam, and it's a very interesting place filled with NPCs, living communities, just as Jacek said before. But that's not the main target of this presentation. Right now we're focusing on the story and looking for Jorvik the bad elf.
We're here. That creature prowls down there.
Right where we're supposed to meet Yorvith.
Exactly. Any ideas?
I last fought an Ericus some time ago.
I never had the swiping pleasure. Not that I mind.
Wait here.
What are you? Think me a limp prick?
Yeah, and we can use our medallion, just like NPC version, to highlight different interesting things in the game's world. Right here we took some herbs. Herbs can be found in many different places, and they can be used to create potions, which are really useful during combat. So this forest is not only very beautiful, you know, the sun is shining, leaves are falling, birds are singing, but on the other hand, it's also very dangerous. There are many different types of enemies right here, not only monsters, but also elves.
This is the place the elves mention.
That thing approaching us is no elf.
I'll leave it to you, Geralt. Monsters are not my speciality.
And we have many different types of enemies in Witcher 2. Some of them are small but come in large numbers. Some of them are really, really huge and epic. That's a medium guy, but he's not very easy, so we have to use all the tricks, you know, to kill him. First of all, the basic thing, using our sword, silver sword to kill monsters. Then bombs. Bombs are something you can create in your alchemy system. And of course, signs, the basic magic. That's a magic trap. If we manage to stun him thanks to this trap, and we're past the map, we can try to attack his back. It's not that well protected, that's why it's much more effective. Okay.
A lovely show, Gwynblade. But tell me, was it worth it? An uneven fight and certain death await you anyway.
I could ask you the same thing.
What do you want, that gun? Speak quickly before I kill you both.
Okay, dialogues. Dialogues are a tool we are often using to underline or to show how complex the plot is. They're also a tool that allow us to, or the players, to make different choices that have some huge consequences for the rest of the game. For example, there's a quite simple choice right here. If you choose the wrong dialogue lines, you can die and you have to load the game and replay it. So let's choose the right ones.
Let Sultan go, Yorvith. You have me.
I have you both. A witcher apparently seeking an ugly death, and a dwarven traitor spitting on the honor of his folk.
You know what I spit on, you dammit? On you, bloody squirts, riffraff, killing innocent men.
Innocent men? So agitated when you shout that, it's even funny.
I want the Kingslayer. Letho, the man whose crimes I'm accused of.
If you hadn't become Foltest's lackey, you wouldn't have been there when he was murdered. Do you really expect me to betray a useful ally?
Letho betrayed you. He wanted to make a deal with your comrade Kieran.
Kieran ep Esnillan is dead. 2 weeks ago, his warriors were ambushed and killed. You should invent better lies, Gwynblade.
He's on the barge, wounded but alive. He turned Letho down, and his unit paid the ultimate price.
If you speak the truth, Letho will die. But words alone are not enough.